Hey guys, it's Dush and Lockie from the SBP Podcast. It's been a while since we did a video. We're just getting back around to it again. And this week what we're going to be talking about is how you as a business decide where digital marketing fits in versus business development efforts and having more salespeople on board and everything like that. So stay tuned, guys. So the challenge that we've seen is most businesses, when it comes to making this decision around should we spend more money into digital ads versus email marketing versus having more personnel on board, it seems to be a very challenging decision. And our goal today is to explore this topic in a little bit more detail and see how a business could actually leverage digital in combination with people, right? That's more or less what we're doing. Yeah. So is it safe to say, Lockie, that both are important as each other? It's not this versus that. It's more of a both are important and they need to work together.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't think anybody, well, actually, a lot of people do make that mistake, but that's probably the biggest reason why marketing's devalued these days is a lot of people are separating their marketing and sales efforts. And if we bring marketing back to what the core it is to generate sales, right? So I think the relationship between your sales and marketing is really important, and understanding that relationship is just as important. Now, it obviously starts with the responsibility for marketing is to drive leads for your salespeople who they can take on to that point in making the sale. So traditionally, I think a lot of the marketing that we're familiar with was things such as newspapers or TV advertising and those type of billboards. Yeah, so you traditional forms of marketing, and salespeople really understood how that resulted in a call or someone walking into their shop. But these days, as it's kind of, I guess, shifted online, there's aspects that have kind of blurred the lines a bit, and people don't see the relation between social posting or running Facebook ads and how that can directly impact your sales team and either generate leads for them or to, I guess, open up conversations and help them to break down barriers. So the same way that traditional marketing was used in the past, we can still use digital marketing, but it's just about understanding the responsibility of the marketing people, and then the sales team understanding that it's not simply that they're going to push it all the way through to a sale, that there is still a component of them having to step in and I guess take that lead through the sales process. Yeah.
And without rambling on too much, maybe just a little bit of clarity to add there is this whole world of e-commerce coming in, and a business can ultimately, without having any people on board, could go from awareness to right through to money in the bank. And I just want to make sure that marketers and even salespeople don't get this confused with, the fact that not every business can actually go out and do that unless you're an e-commerce store. If your business, just by the nature of it, involves dealing with people, or if it's a service or something like this, you need to factor in that people need to be involved in the sales journey at some point. You can't expect to sell $3,000 worth of a service where you go out to someone's house all online and they never have a touch point with you. Right. So just kind of moving on, the idea is that marketing should be an extension of sales or vice versa. And the way that digital plays into it is we're more or less doing everything that we did in traditional, just in this modern day and age. Right. Yeah. So let's kind of just break down a little bit of like traditional marketing versus digital marketing and what we're essentially doing, because when we look at it, as a marketer, our responsibility has always been around educating the market on some of the challenges, and then also suggesting solutions and things like that. It's pretty much the same thing right now, isn't it, when it comes to digital?
Yeah, well, I guess if we look at it like marketing and where it all starts, like you're saying, educating is a part of it, but it all starts at driving awareness. So somebody has to to learn about your product or to have that first point in discovering. So we used to, if we were looking for a solution, go to the paper and go to the classifieds. Yeah. Now we go to Google. Or their digital version. So That's still happening, but online. So the people who have a service that's more that, I guess timing is very important, and, like repairs, for example, you're not going to go advertising repairs because it's the thing that you need when you need repairs, right? So I think it's about understanding how your business, if your business was successful in the classifieds, then you should be trying to make yourself found on Google. And then,
things like this is what you'd be leveraging.
Exactly, yeah. And if you have a different type of business that isn't that people would go, searching for, and you need to get yourself out there a bit more, just like you would have used, the newspapers or radio ads or TV or billboards to get yourself out there, you can use Facebook, a lot more targeted. So that's the way that you'd, tackle that first point in driving awareness, and then getting people through to your site, just like how you'd try to get them through to giving you a call or walking in your store. And then that's when you begin the education. So taking them through the benefits of your service, the features of your service. And that's all about content. So in past, you might have been delivering that content through salespeople. Now, catalogs. We can use our website now as the catalog for that, and it has to just speak to those benefits. And then that's when, at that point, you want someone to be, exchanging their details or saying, inquiring like they would in a catalog format, and then your sales team picks it up from there. So I think that's like having that format and understanding how people go from first hearing about or finding your product or service, all the way through to educating, and then being at that point when they're ready to take action is very important. And just mapping out that journey and mapping out the online journey that they would take. And then your sales team and your marketing team can understand how they work in tandem with each other and how they can make that flow a lot easier.
Yeah. And just to add one more example to that list of how to go from traditional to digital, TVC was a big one, and it still is a big one. So everything that you see on TV advertising could almost be transferred into the world of YouTube and in some cases like Facebook video, that stream of videos that you get there. So that's just another bit of food for thought, I guess, in what businesses could be considering in that transition. And one more point that I wanted to quickly touch on was that part where a salesperson had this very manual, like even 10 years ago, where they might print out 100 contacts, from some database they got, and they'd be sitting there manually cold calling or whatever it is. Kind of looking at where digital plays into that part. So it's not so much marketing, it's more so much how digital helps a salesperson. And let's just quickly explore that. One quick one for us is the using of social media, so like LinkedIn and even things like email prospecting, I guess we could call it. And there's a fine line of doing it in a nice way and kind of being spammy and all that kind of stuff. So be careful on that one. But I think that's where salespeople can ultimately start leveraging this digital kind of space as well, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's exactly comparable to the discussion we've just had about marketing being digitalized and the actual technology of marketing being digitalized. The same things happen for sales. So sales teams, the channels that we used to, in again referring to marketing, the channels we used to use were TV or newspaper, and it's gone to Facebook to kind of get that initial point of mass reach out. The same things happened with setting a calendar, a meeting with people as a sales team. Used to be on the phone. Now, then it transitioned to email. Now there's other tools that can be used to do that. So the same thing's happening. That's always happened, but there's more tools that are out there online that can allow us to be more efficient in what we're doing, and come into the digital world, because that's where people are living, and that's the space in where they are feeling more comfortable now. It's just about meeting your customer halfway, really.
Yeah, and I guess this kind of leads on to the next part that we should be exploring is it's as a business owner, maybe you're a business owner, maybe you're involved in like the sales effort for your business, and you need to make a decision on where this money is best spent, into people versus digital marketing and everything like that. So let's just quickly explore how to make this decision. And in our business, the way we look at it is it's purely based on ROI. So we never know heading into something what it could be like. All we know is that it's more or less an experiment, and we measure to understand what the ROI is and keep doing more of what's working. So just a couple of examples. I know you were talking about using appointment setting tools as an example.
Yep.
Is how
Calendly is a good one as well.
Exactly. That's actually what I was about to say. Calendly, if you haven't used it before, great tool. Any salesperson could set it up so that people can go in and book in time using your calendar. They know where your availabilities and everything like that is. So that's a great way for sales to transition into digital, right?
And it ties in with your Gmail or I guess whatever email tool you're using. So I guess you don't have to worry about having all different calendars all over the place. It'll link in with your Google calendars or Microsoft or whatever your preferred platform is.
100%. Another just quick one was advertising. Say you're spending lots of money on billboards and radio ads and everything like that. Again, it's just a quick experiment to understand what $1,000 on Facebook targeted would do for your business in a month versus whatever radio ad spend you had. If Facebook's working better, you obviously transition into that or spend a bit more towards that. Another one that I was just doing is we've had a couple of random meetings where people are either 300-400 kilometers away from us and everything like that. Simply using Skype and Zoom has been a really powerful tool for us. It's been a sales time saver, I guess. Another one is maybe leveraging webinars. Maybe let's quickly just touch on that. So what's kind of what I've experienced in webinars is when we're having as a salesperson, when we're having a discussion with our prospective customers, we're having the same discussion over and over again. So we can put that all into a webinar and kind of deliver that online. And I guess the overall point into all of this, Lockie, is it's about integrating our marketing and sales with the sales team and everything like that, right? Yeah. So just to quickly wrap it up, do you have any tips or pointers on how we find this right balance in digital versus manual sales and marketing and everything, or traditional? Yeah, definitely.
I think overall, really, it's not about seeing them as separate things. It's actually seeing them as integrated and making sure that you have constant catch-ups between your marketing and sales team. They're working really closely together, giving that feedback. Like, I think the chance for your sales team to just catch up and speak about the challenges they're having with in sales, that could open up new opportunities for content that could go out onto social media that already addresses that challenge, or that salesperson could later share with a prospect to kind of help them overcome that. So it's important to have that back and forth and that close conversation between your sales and marketing teams. And the other thing is to, I guess, look for those opportunities to digitalize sales. A lot of people are still very traditional in the way that they're doing the sales, and there isn't any problem in that. And I know obviously it's going to depend on your target audience and how comfortable they are with, I guess, taking a digital path. But there's a lot of time-saving tools out there that we've already mentioned, like prospecting tools, calendar setting tools. And if that's saving time on, I guess, admin tasks for your sales team, that can leave them more time to be doing the actual sales or actually calling prospects or leads. So I think it's about understanding that if we can utilize these tools, we're freeing them up for more of the valuable actual sales stuff. So yeah, that's overall, I'd say, is look at how the relationship between your marketing and sales team is, and keep that strong. And then obviously look for opportunities to digitalize your sales team, increase their efficiency.
And don't be scared, I guess, is the other big tip. A lot of businesses are freaked out about this whole digital thing, and it's come on. We were playing around with this kind of stuff when we were 12. So if you're a 50-year-old trying to make that decision, don't be scared if we've got the ball still, right?
I think that's another thing is for like being like growing up and being familiar with these platforms. It's literally there isn't any other thing to it. It's just that we've had that extra time to be comfortable with it. And really people aren't going to judge you too harshly. Like I think businesses themselves create too high a standard for their online efforts, and really a lot of the times, even if things aren't perfect, your customers still appreciate the effort that you've tried to make things easier for them, and if something breaks down, they'll let you know and you can fix it. It's not the end of the world. Your business isn't going to crash.
Yeah, awesome. I think we've covered everything, but up until next time, guys, definitely tune into these podcasts that we're doing. We've got our No Bull Guide to Digital Marketing. It's on our website. We'll put it into the description as well. But yeah, cheers for tuning in. Until next time, have a good day.